Welcome back to Good Vibes at Voodoo Brew Pub, Las Vegas. This is our beautiful bartender, Crystal, joining us right now. We appreciate having women in the industry, women in this business specifically, especially in the Arts District in Las Vegas. So we wanted to bring her in to kind of get her perspective and how she feels about working down here, being in this industry, doing the whole thing with us.
What's up, guys? How are you all?
We specifically, I guess, wanted to talk about how it is being a bartender in this neighborhood so specifically. Because it didn't even exist 6-7 years ago.
Right.
The only thing that existed down here was 2 other places, 1 brewery and 1 bar, and that was it for years.
Yeah.
How do you feel like being in the Arts District, like as you actually enjoy bartending down here comparatively to anywhere else you've bartended? Or
So being down in Las Vegas, I've been here since 2007. And I've seen Vegas grow tremendously over the years. But the local spot that you know, being a local, you don't want to always go down to the Strip. I mean, the Strip is amazing, and it's a whole other vibe.
For sure.
And then you got Fremont, right?
Yeah,
and
100%.
that was a spot we used to hang out at. But when the Arts District started booming, it's just such a cool vibe that you want to bring all your friends down to, your family that comes to visit, because it's just different. The people are amazing. They're friendly. You have so many breweries to stop at one spot, go to the next spot, go to the next spot. Amazing cocktails, great food.
100%.
Music, you always can find a live band going on.
Yeah.
It's just, the vibe down here is absolutely amazing. I love bartending down here because of that.
Yeah.
You kind of feel like you're just in your backyard serving your best friends, you know, and what can get better than that?
I feel that, man. I feel that. I'm born and raised Vegas.
Okay,
I love Vegas.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying, how much you've seen it grow.
Not to mention the community now didn't exist 6-7 years ago.
Right.
I didn't have friends to hang out with, and now I feel like I'm hanging out with my friends every single day, serving them a beer like I would in my backyard. The way you said it, 100%, man.
I have people that come into here to Voodoo, and they're like, you know, I just moved down here from San Diego, and I didn't have any friends. I come down to the Arts District, and I have a new friend every time I come down, and
100%.
they're like become lifelong friends.
100%.
You know, and then also people who are visiting from out of the country or out of the state, they always make sure to stop down here at the Arts District, because it's a moment and a spot they'll never forget.
And it's changing constantly.
Yeah.
So every time you come down here, it's going to be a little different every single time, which I think is a huge benefit to it as well.
Right. And I just love how they're giving local Vegas people a spot and a chance to open up their own businesses, to
100%.
see them to be able to succeed and grow. Watching Allison, our owner of Voodoo here, just starting up this brewery and it being absolutely amazing gives me hope, you know, because as a bartender, you eventually do want to own your own bar, I hope, right? So.
For sure, man. Well, obviously, we've been bartending for a long time. We've seen a lot of things, especially in Vegas, especially in the Arts District. There's some weirdos.
That's the best.
We love it. It's our favorite. Who do you think was your favorite customer that you've ever had?
I have a lot of favorite customers. I think being a bartender in Vegas, it's so amazing because you build a clientele.
For sure.
Right? You make lifelong friends from all over the world. Your next door neighbor to someone in Henderson, to someone in just Arizona, it's amazing. And these people will always come back to you.
Oh, yeah.
Because you've made a lifelong impression on them, which is weird because you're just a bartender and people just kind of overlook that. But we're not just bartenders. We are so much more. We're therapists, right?
Yeah.
We're mediators. We're family counselors.
Yeah, for sure.
So how's your life the past month? You know, tell me about it. I haven't seen you in a while.
For sure.
I couldn't pick one favorite customer. But for me, there's just so many stories and memories that I will never forget, from absolutely crazy to like where I think I need to go home and have a drink. Yeah. I don't know if this is the right field, but I love it. I love the craziness. I love the madness. You go home feeling good and accomplished at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's the most satisfying thing about being a bartender in general in Las Vegas, because you do get to see the same people, but so many different people in the same breath, and you get to hear so many different stories, so many different perspectives, so many different learning opportunities that you wouldn't necessarily have in any other industry.
Right. Do you have a funny story? Do you have something to talk about?
I've seen some crazy things. Again, I'm from here, so
Right.
I've seen things that I can't even comprehend. My favorite is probably when you get somebody who's fully not wearing any clothing at all.
Oh, I've totally gotten that. And
just walk in. Like, that's normal.
Yeah.
Like, sir, you should have something on. That's cool, I guess. Good on you. I don't know.
You don't see a lot of no shoes, no shirt service type signs in
not
Vegas
here.
for a reason. I wonder why that is,
I was barefoot for a long time. I was definitely one of those people forever. Like, I can say that being my background, I have, I'm in the queer community. I'm from Las Vegas. I get to put on a certain kind of face, and I never necessarily know what I can or can't say to people because of that. But I'm able to blend into any scenario, which means that I can get people to open up to me in different ways.
Yeah.
And I can definitely say that I've had some big, burly, mean Texas folk come in. And I tell them that I've been married to my wife, and they're like, oh my God. And then they just immediately drop their face. And it's just such a cool bonding experience to be able to have,
Yeah. I work a lot of late night shifts.
For sure.
Those are the most fun.
Same.
Yeah. You never know who's going to walk through your door.
Oh, yeah.
There's you sometimes wonder if you're going to make it home that night. It can be a scary situation, but honestly, the passion that I have for bartending and craft cocktail making, which I add has completely exploded in the past 5 years, right? Like how I'm sure you can agree how much cocktails isn't just a Jack and Coke anymore. There's so much more of an element to our cocktails.
No, and yours are beautiful.
Voodoo. Thank you.
Yeah, yours
I do take passion in my cocktails.
Beautiful. Oh my God. I've watched you make these garnishes, and I'm like, what is she going to do with that? Stunning. Oh my God.
It's such an art form, and being down in the arts district, right? Like it's such an outlet for a lot of people just to take their passion and to explore with it. And I love it.
I think that's neat that Voodoo specifically has this duality to where, like, I'm such a beer kid. I know way too much about beer. I like it way too much.
See, I didn't like beer till I started here.
Really?
Really. I hated it.
Really?
I was like, 'cause my first beer was a Guinness.
Oh, okay.
And I was very young. We won't say how young. Hey. I stole my brother's beer. All right.
I feel it, dude.
And it was just the most disgusting thing. It always put a bad taste in my mouth.
Really?
But and then I had craft beers, right? Like that was a new thing to me. I remember our training here when we first started opening up, and I just trying all these different beers. I'm like, man, I like that.
Yeah.
Like, I can pair that with this food, or I can, it's amazing how much beers have come along. And
100%.
And with all the different breweries here, not only does Voodoo offer so many craft beers and amazing cocktails, but you can go right down the road and get a completely different tasting beer.
100%.
You know what I mean? And it's the options are endless, and they keep on coming up with new stuff. And it's just like, why wouldn't you come back here in the next 5 years when you come to visit? There's going to be a new beer on tap that you haven't ever had.
Same with your cocktails, like especially here where we do have like the antioxidant powders that we're putting in these things. Like not a lot of places do stuff like that.
No, they're like filled with sugar, and you go home with a headache.
Right.
No, come to Voodoo, have some healthy cocktails. You will feel refreshed tomorrow when you wake up next to your pool.
Not to mention, if you make them, they're going to have some glitter, so they're going to be beautiful to look at.
I love sparkles.
I feel that.
I think I remember the first time I was working with you, you were like, there's so much glitter everywhere. I was like opening the powder. There was glitter all over me.
It exploded everywhere. We were literally just rubbing it on each other just to make sure that we were shiny behind the bar.
It's almost EDC. It's almost EDC.
Yeah. And I would have never even thought, because then I feel like very shortly thereafter it was St. Patrick's Day, and then I was putting green glitter in the beer.
Yep.
And gold glitter because of you. Yeah. And I was like, this is so fun. Like, I get to be so girly here. This isn't even my vibe necessarily. But
No, it's fun too. And talking about being a bartender in Vegas, in the workforce, in the work field, like how much connections. My best friend I met, I never knew her. We didn't even talk during training, and now she's my sister, right? Like, so how much of a connection as bartenders, we connect, we have stories, we get together and we talk about
shared trauma.
Right. Yeah, shared trauma. Our other bartenders are our therapists as well, right? I need to talk about you, like this guy. He comes in every week, and he drives me absolute nuts. Him and his wife are not working this week. Let's talk about it. What should I tell him?
Yeah. Tell him it'll be okay.
Yeah. Everything
will be okay.
Right.
Everything will be okay. Which
have
is
a
your
beer.
easiest. Have a beer.
Do you need a beer?
Drink a beer. It'll be fine in the end. It's good.
Yeah.
No. I was so glad that I got to hang out with you today, actually.
Yeah,
Like,
this is awesome.
this is unexpected. I'm so sorry to shock you, but
it's a beautiful day out in Vegas. Like, you can't beat this weather. This is a perfect time, right?
Yeah.
And especially, I couldn't wait. We opened up in December, right? And a beer is good in the winter, but it's even better in the heat, right?
On a patio?
Yes,
Are
on
you
our
kidding
beautiful
me?
patio. Yeah.
Dude, I could sit out there all day. My favorite seat is right there at the bar.
Yeah. Yep.
Where I can like have the AC hitting me from inside. I
Yeah.
can hear the music inside,
Yeah.
but then I can hear everything going on outside. Oh,
Right.
ideal. The
Pop-
spot here is killer.
Good craft cocktail or tap beer.
You
like,
actually caught me
you
drinking
just
a
can't beat it.
margarita the other day.
Oh,
That's
those
not
are my
even me.
favorite.
Oh my God, it was so good. We have like the slushy now, the blackberry melon margarita. Oh, killer.
I gotta
Yeah.
try it.
It's really good. I
Yeah.
actually made this batch. I'm kind of proud of it, honestly.
Right.
Well, it was absolutely lovely hanging out with Crystal
Yeah,
today.
it was
Oh my
awesome,
gosh. We got to have breakfast beers together.
Jesus. This is the best day ever. I'm going to tell you that. It really is. I can't beat this.
She goes, I got to come into work, clock in, drink a beer. All right, great deal.
You really can't beat it. Like, I absolutely love it down here in the Arts District. I have nothing negative to say about it. Really, if you've never been here, come down and visit. It's something you'll never forget, and it's a spot you always want to come back to for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
And you're going to make so many friends, so many
Yes,
connections,
yes.
so many actual.
And some awesome bartenders. There's some, just your bartenders down here will take care of you. They'll love you. They'll amaze you. They're here for you.
The bartenders down here enjoy their job.
Yeah.
Like they enjoy
It's a passion.
doing it.
It's a passion.
For sure.
It's a career path. It's a passion. Like, we will never stop being bartenders.
No, I can't imagine.
I'm never going to get old.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this beer is amazing. It will keep me young forever.
I think that's like a formaldehyde situation.
Oh,
The alcohol
shoot.
keeps them fresh. It's something like that. I don't know.
It's
That's
a
how
powder.
we all look.
It's a powder in our cocktails.
That's it.
Anti-aging.
That's it. You're right. You're right. Well, thank you so much for joining us again at Good Vibes at Voodoo Brew Pub Las Vegas. It was so nice hanging out with Crystal. I'm Chantel. We are going to be floating around here as bartenders and this female-run industry scenario over here and being killers at it the whole time. Thank you for joining us once again. Can't wait to see you soon. Talk to you soon, however we're maneuvering it that day. And
Cheers.
I guess cheers. Yeah.
Yeah.